This is where I wrote a lot of books. I wrote a book called The Untitled. I wrote a book called The Entitled, but it's probably hard to find. It's on a computer drive somewhere, probably in the trash. The Untitled is published online on Fiction Press and Fan Fiction. The Thief's Story, or The Thief's Story, is also on Fiction Press. I wrote that all here at Camden Oasis. It's got another name now. They were also yellow apartments. So they were kind of like an auburn yellow, kind of like a color of a sunset. And I lived here, and it was called Camden Oasis Apartments. I wrote some books here. I also wrote some plays. I wrote Pray for Willie here as a play about beautiful children. This is Crest Oasis, which was used to be called Camden Oasis. I used to live here. I lived here right after 9/11. James Lipton from the Actor Studio, he actually mailed me a postcard here, a Christmas postcard. God be with him. Belated and beloved James Lipton, one of my great teachers. Rest in soul, rest in peace, James Lipton. Anyway, I came here right after 9/11. This is where I came. I did a special on this at night. This is my daytime one. I'm going to show you where I lived. I want to show you where I wrote all these books. I want you to know. And then I'll be, it's like, this is where I used to park, like right here. Called Camden Oasis. I had a bicycle most of the time. I used to bike into Dallas from here, on Trinity, right there, and I'd take the train into Dallas. I worked at Porterama. I was their only waiter for a while. I wrote all these poetry and books and everything. I lived over these rough cats that like to listen to rap music. Sometimes I listen to Metallica. This is what it looks like. Guy pulled a knife on me right down this way. When I was younger, I was about 27 before I met Sarah. Jesus Christ. Yeah. I know how to find it. It's from the leasing office. There was a pool. I see that garbage can. I wrote many novels. I also wrote. It's right down over here. I wrote 3 main books here. I wrote The Thief's Story, The Untitled. I think it was in the order. The Untitled was first, then The Thief's Story, and I wrote The Entitled was the third major one. And I wrote some plays. Pray for Willie was one of them. And a few other plays. It was right here. I lived right here, right by this rock, right here. So he pulled a knife on me. He lived right there. Came around here, was walking here. He said, "Hey." I turned around. He had a knife in his hand. And then I went over there in the racquetball court, and that's where I called the police. That's where I lived, right here. black. I believe it was the... No, it was the third floor. Sorry about that. Pulled the Amber Geiger. It was the third floor. It's right here. Yep, 2310. That's where the other cat lived. He was mad because I threw a weight down on the floor. Happened about right here.